Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to the Metroid Prime 1 and 2 Cross Game Cup Randomizer Tournament. I am TGC, the Ginger Chris, and joining me in commentary is Baha Blood and Sestrian. How are we?
Doing well. How about you, Sestrian?
Yeah, I'm pretty awake for this one.
Woke up just in time. Get some
Yeah.
coffee, hopefully.
Cacao, but I'm not the coffee guy myself. But yeah, I'm pretty good.
Hopefully the muffledness dies away shortly. So we're just waiting for all of our racers to ready up, and then we'll get the race on the way. So let's take a wee nosy, before we jump in, let's take a wee nosy at the RAs, the racers' agreements that we have set up. It's nothing too exquisite or exotic. We have prime infinite speed is allowed. We have Spring Ball for prime players being activated. And then it's just the kind of the casual array of having item models across both games. So the cross game models are on. And that's pretty much about it. Standard elevators, standard start, nothing too exciting, but I don't think we'll see those types of things until probably midway through the tournament.
Yeah, looks like Viapren's working on some connection issues. I think in the first race, the Infinite Speed Squad had a bit of issues sending items back and forth at the start of the race, so hopefully we'll get it squared away ahead of time this time.
Yeah, they had an issue getting the screw tag through the last match they played against Cosmo and me. And yeah, they lost like 20 minutes because of that, so they want to make sure that's not going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, Spring Ball is interesting. I honestly am not terribly familiar with all the sequence break kind of stuff you can do with it, aside from knowing that there is some. But even outside of that, can help get through like more fall tunnels a lot quicker. Makes your movement a little smoother if you're used to it.
Yeah, I dabbled a little bit in it. I've not had the opportunity to go into too extensively on it, but the general movement advantage that you have over regular is actually quite interesting. Just being able to like spring ball up ledges rather than having to unmorph, jump, things like that. But the sequence breaks are very interesting. The one thing I did find extremely fun with Spring Ball, and I don't know if this is a Spring Ball quote unquote feature, shall we say, something unintended, but Spring Ball can sometimes make the camera go wonky, and I found some unusual opportunities that you can do a bomb space jump essentially, because Spring Ball allows you to trick the camera into positions it wouldn't normally be in. Granted, the BSJs were kind of useless because they don't achieve anything. It was just an unusual thing I found.
Oh, Spring Ball and Spider Guardian? Yeah, sign me up. That would make that fight so much nicer. At least in Rando, we have usually Spider Ball going in there. But I've had to do that fight Spiderless a couple times, and I forget how bad the vanilla players have it.
All of our racers are now ready. I have dropped out and they're off. The live feed shall catch up momentarily.
Yeah, should be just about a minute till go live.
What are we hoping for, chat? What kind of curse do we want to see this time round? Because that's the first question we need to ask. What are you looking for?
I've seen a Prime 1 Morph Ball in Dark Oasis. That is a cruel suggestion, but we will see if Randovania feels up to it.
The classic mining plazas around SDK or progression-wise. But
Yeah.
if I'm gonna bet on something, vanilla bombs on Prime side.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit, and it's a pretty rude location. Like Vanilla Ice 2 is also like often a pretty rude location for it if you happen to get wave in Fendrana.
To be fair, I actually think that Ice Beam on Thardus is something that most of the time came up. Like we had like a lot of seeds where it is. Oh, and we get Spider Ball for Echoes
Okay.
on the Prime end. Like I don't know the room. I'm bad with Prime room names, so
It's Alco, Spaceship First.
yeah.
Not
I
So
bad.
might
saw
need
the
to look at
white.
that.
I saw the white hue of something behind the ship, so I'm not sure what that was, or maybe it was just my eyes playing funny with me. Oh, it's an
I think
E-tank.
I think it looks like an E-tank, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like the border of a light beam or just an E-tank at the time.
So now, was that the Prime launcher in the energy controller, or just an expansion?
I didn't catch it, but
Nevertheless, both runners head into Artifact Temple.
yeah.
The nice standard play you want to see from Prime, being able to get your missiles from Alcove just makes this immediate moment extremely good.
Yeah, it's nice not knowing you don't need to come back here immediately. Although, for good crash, I can still kind of hang over you while you're doing stuff in Chozo once that comes into logic. And
Yeah.
let's see if we get our artifact information right off the bat here. Scan the hints, but some people choose not to immediately read them. Let's see if VProd or Shy Guy opt to do that.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see the differences in teams' opinions as to when to read, when not to read. Because I know, Baha, with us two being a team, you quite like the waiting for Ice Beam to show up before drastically diving into it.
Yeah, I feel like once both players have about like 70-80% of the game open, it starts being more valuable to know where your hints are to guide your routing. But
Med Vista, Metroid Core B, I didn't saw that. I think it was Torvus something.
I think there's Torvus
Void,
Grove.
Med Vista, MQB,
I think that's MQA. Torvus Grove.
Torvus Grove, yeah.
ooh, Career Attack
Main
on Alpha
Plaza,
PCA.
PCA, there we go,
PCA.
ladies and gents.
and PMT, I think
And
I
OP.
saw.
Alright, that's not so bad. When you have one, it's nice to see the other one. Makes it feel less bad, shall we say. Right, so Alti taking a wee nosy. I think there's a visor in this great temple room. Whereas Leno has already headed out into
It's Therma.
temple grounds.
It's an early thermal visor. Once they
Ooh.
get space jump or bombs. Also screw attack already. I didn't catch where that was. Was it on Alpha Splitter?
I think so, because there's not been many checks for the Echoes player since the missile launcher / expansion picked up. So yeah, looks like
okay.
it's on Alpha.
Yeah, chat is confirming. It's on Splitter.
Nothing at the bottom of Root Cave, just some ammunition.
Yeah, I
So
do like
that's
to play them
Spider.
around here before Chozo, though. Never know if this is your morph ball or something.
I'm gonna get a hint here. What's it gonna say? Mothball bomb and Portal Access A. So that's either I don't know if it's Primes or Echoes. I think you didn't specify it.
Portal Access A, is that the room where you need more? What is Portal Access A? Is that not the one that's bomb locked anyway?
Nope, that's the
No,
free
this is-
second A gun, like under all the cannons.
That's right, okay.
Where you don't want to lose Cannonball too.
Yeah, that was unfortunate cannonball in yesterday's race. And it was the bomb, so the other bomb, whichever one this isn't, will be in the prime seed somewhere.
So in Taz was the actual missile launcher for Prime.
Okay.
Okay.
Not quite in logic, but we could well see a space jump or something in well, actually no, screw attack isn't up to climb Magic Plaza, so maybe we won't.
Yep.
So I believe we have an artifact in main plaza, so I think there's only 3 items outside of that here.
Depending which bombs those are, guess we can. Yeah, I think. Wait, Leno doesn't have missiles yet, so he can't really do much after that.
We had a
After
dark
bottom.
visor and a half pipe, which I've come to realise the half pipe for prime players tends to have a visor or translator a lot.
Also didn't
Ooh,
see
there's our
what's
Annihilator beam up in Ruined Nursery.
neat. That would give us Dark Void access really early.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's Echo's bomb, so now we have more options and Echoes. We can go immediately to transport center if anyone's choosing to.
And we've got Morph Ball behind the wall in Ruined Gallery. And then we're heading over to our designated Hive Mecha as always.
Yeah.
Oh, main
And
PBs.
Wow.
Main
Echo's
PBs
getting
for
a-
Echoes.
Yeah.
so that opens up GFMC, doesn't it? Or now it gives us the safety to go towards GFMC.
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
You need missiles or PBs to safely check it.
These are the fun kind of seeds where if we keep getting these like quality of life items, then your fun stuff like Space Jump and Dark Beam can be really late. I am looking forward to that.
Now, I'm not sure what Vapron is going for here. Is this? Oh, this is the bombless strategy for.
Ooh.
This is not a very good trick at all.
Yeah, this is very difficult.
Yeah,
That's
I
interesting.
heard that's really bad.
Because Annihilator doesn't actually immediately do anything for ulti. Like it'll be nice maybe by the time we get to labs. If we have one of the other beams, that might be access to get into labs, or to do dark lab safely. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
like this is definitely one of these tricks that is, for me at least, a BK moment. Like if I'm just sitting there doing nothing else, I may as well mess around with this. But when you have so much open to you with Morph Ball, I'd probably not be spending as much time on this. Considering it is only an Annihilator, we much prefer seeing a light or a dark. It looks like Vapron is committing to it for a little bit.
I'm having a bit of trouble with this bomb jump here in dark, whatever this, what dark portal site. There's some. I'm so bad at knowing names of rooms that don't have items. This is a bit precise of a bomb jump.
It's just portal site. I think it's the same name in like Word 2.
Oh, that's right.
Ruined
It's like
Shrine?
this terminal. Yeah.
Ruined Shrine just has a nothing item for the time being, so can't check the rest of it until we get Space Jump or Boost, or some sort of explosive. So Shy Guy now heading off into the middle portion of Chozo. We'll see what is on our way towards Watery Hall. An STK and Fountain.
Yeah, that's a good shot from Esther in chat. Ulti hadn't made it to the bombs while Vapron was working on this, so they might have been gambling on this being the Prime 1 bombs, and that Vapron would want to hang out here anyways. But at this point, yeah, I kind of agree.
Oh, he got it.
Very
there
nice.
we go. It definitely looked like Vapron was very close to that during this. I was hoping they would get it sooner than later, because it looked as if they were so close and on the edge of it. But it's nice to see that we have successfully got ourselves an early Annihilator. Some Sunburst in watery hall access. That should brighten up the smile on Shy Guy's face.
Oh, it's an interesting strat for multi there. Skipping the first bomb slot NSJ by kind of rolling out of the tunnel. Huh, I haven't seen that before.
And Watery Hall's upper item is just an E-tank for the Prime player. We'll probably grab that since we don't have any yet.
Oh, Leno kinda miscalculated the amount of shots he had to do to hit the invisible hitbox from Jump Guardian. But he should be fine. This takes a little bit longer now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jump Guardian does like to spend a lot of this fight being invincible.
Yep.
So there's our vault artifacts. Vapron will be grabbing what's on the vault ledge here. So I don't think Shy Guy went in this direction originally. And just a missile.
So, I'm actually now interested if the junction site has something since we got an early spider ball.
Could well be.
Just an E.
We'll take it.
Oh.
I would take it, yeah. Definitely.
Vapron getting bullied by some beetles there.
Good
Yeah, they
job.
certainly hit hard.
So, Prime is looking to be in a bit of an awkward situation in the sense that the only thing we really have available to us is Zoid.
Yep, there's a logic check back at Frigate Crash Site and an E-Tank that's free for us to pick up, but yeah, I'd be a little tempted to just gamble on the vanilla bombs at this point.
Yeah.
Feels
The
bad
thing
when you
is-
don't at least have a power bomb to check behind, because then if you do get bombs, you might need to go back and fight Zoid again, which always feels terrible.
I guess with this play, Shy Guys took the save, so it's nothing too bad. What you're hoping is that we find an Echoes item here, so that the save warp isn't completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least this dip isn't completely useless.
I'm gonna call a progression on Transport Center, because Transport Center is always something. Like 80% is major progression, at least in my experience.
Transport Center becoming our new... what's the room in Torbus that always had something
Underground
going?
tunnel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the closest room in Aegon to underground tunnels, so you can't really just rubbing off on it, I guess.
Underground tunnel was just slowly seeping outwards. So Shy Guy just doing some
And
pest
this
annihilation.
spider ball for Prime. See?
Oh.
Told ya. I told you. Not sure what that actually does for Prime right now. I guess
Yeah.
Furnace, maybe?
Oh,
Oh wait,
we
no,
can
no
do
bombs.
bombs.
No bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some sort of explosive for Dynamo as well.
It's unfortunate. But yeah,
I
but
don't
that
believe we found the Echoes launcher yet.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Echo's launcher on Zoid here to logically mean that Prime has to sit in BK for a while.
No, I'm guessing it's in phase on mines. I really enjoy doing that.
Main missile launcher would be a horrible thing for these races because it would just show you how bad logic can be if it wasn't for expansions.
Oh, I didn't tell you we RA'd that for our next 5 races?
Excuse me? So, just a missile expansion on Zoid, so Shy Guy is considering whether to stick around in BK or if there's anything else they can do by scouring the map. There's only really one check left to them, and it is an out-of-logic check, as Ba said at Frigate Crash Site.
Yeah, goes Bomb Guardian to the well-placed power bomb.
Yep.
Yeah, I must see, gonna wait and hope for a burger.
Oh, wave
a
beam.
That is not really what you wanted to see. Although, can't we
Doesn't do us
anything with
anything.
that? Yeah.
No, doesn't do us anything yet. Though this this is starting to tell me something. So, if we have Prime, is it Prime Spider? No, it was Echo Spider Ball we found, wasn't it? Yeah, ignore me.
We have both spider balls now.
Yeah, we have both sweaters.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
So,
boost makes me think tower chamber. If we
Oh,
find that.
there's space jump.
Ah, okay. That also makes me think tower chamber.
yep.
The space jumps for
If
Prime.
we see Varia, I'm actually expecting us to be required to go into the back of Magmar first. Before going into Fen. I think we're probably expected to round, because if we have, was it Thermal that was in Great Temple? It might be that logically the player is expected to go through Thardis into Fendrana.
Yeah, Thermal can be picked up right now with bombs on Echo's side, so
So
it is logical now
Echo
to
Space Jump in Frigate Crash Site.
maybe.
So a little interesting.
Oh
So
wait, it is. Oh, okay.
that space jump and wave beam are both blocked by Echo's launcher.
Yeah,
Which is a little interesting.
it could be probably any check in Temple Grounds, I guess. Almost any.
Because Echo still has a lot of... Because it could be main missile launcher and GFMC after getting those power bombs, couldn't it?
Yeah, could well be vanilla.
Yeah.
Could be on the ship
Could be
even
vanilla.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
That's the
Leonard
thing.
is heading back to Temple Grounds.
Yep. There's nothing really you can do without space jump right now, logically.
Now, does Shy Guy know the method of getting this STK? It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just going to pass this up for now. Because with the Space Jump and Spider Ball, you can technically get the Ruined Fountain item by doing some standable terrain abuse.
Oh wait, right. Dark Visor can now be picked up.
Yeah, Dark Visor's interesting. Nothing jumps out at me as far as what that's needed for yet. But if we get Seekers or Labs access, it starts to become a little more interesting.
I don't remember what the Cursed Lakin was. Did anyone catch that?
I did not.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
Looks like V-Prawn is...
Prime Life Prime Life
Could be a
Support.
suit.
That's could be a suit, yeah.
We have seen important stuff there recently. Was Super Missiles, I think, was there just the other day?
Yep. Oh, a main a PB expansion for Prime. That's
That's pretty
helpful.
nice.
First of,
Decent timing.
first
Can
of
check
all,
this in Rune Shrine
Yep.
right away.
Another one.
Alright.
refund, let's go.
And Ulti makes it to the Spider Ball here.
Yep.
Not long till the Space Jump, I would presume, as well, so V-Prawn should be moving shortly. Guy has managed to get up to Tower Chamber, so we're going to do a wee dip in the water, get our toes wet. See what is being stored away. Ah, I see what V-Prawn is doing.
Oh,
V-Prawn is doing this.
burst.
Having 2 of the 3 beam combos and none of the 3 beams.
So V-Prawn is currently attempting to do what is a really awkward and very bad trick for the half pipe here, where essentially if you roll off at a certain angle from a certain height, you can gain enough momentum to roll down the half pipe and back up the other side into the item. But it is
It's
not good.
dreadful. I think this took me like 15 minutes with save states that immediately put me back on top, let alone having to climb and reset this trick.
I just refused to learn it. I was
very
like,
difficult.
nah.
Hopefully Ulti will opt to head to bomb guarding next. Seems like he's heading that direction.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure where Shy Guy is going, potentially looking to take a save warp, but I'm not sure why.
Ice Beam in Dynamo Chamber.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's interesting. That makes the Fendrana play probably more likely. Oh, and there's Slack Beam. In Common Center.
Wow. All right.
Temple Grounds
That's-
being
Grounds to play,
loaded.
apparently.
Yep. That's pretty good checks, pretty good progression.
Kind of think that early powerbomb pickup kind of makes this all make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the finding an early power bomb does tend to suggest head to Temple Grounds, especially when you're. It can be very important in Aegon to keep track of if you have your launcher or not, because so much in Aegon is actually locked behind missile launcher. Both
Ooh,
the temple
Vipron
area
managed
and
to get
labs.
it.
Oh, nice! Wow,
Ollie has
Vipron
the
pulling off
part.
some really cool tricks here in this race.
And there's oh my god, very astute. Comment
Wow, very
GFMC.
Oh, if only we could dupe it. So Temple Grounds absolutely loaded with goodies. So I am fully expecting Shy Guy probably to dip Root Cave and just head straight into Magma. With that,
Echo's, oh, sorry, go ahead. Echo Space Jump in Frigate Crash Site as well. That's a great find
Yeah.
from MST.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vipron
the
managed
other
to pick
team
up.
already had it. I'm paying attention.
But no, I'm putting out the feelers. I'm expecting prime bombs to be on Thardis because we have access to thermal. We've got Spider and Wave and Varia to get to the back of Magma.
Yep. That sounds reasonable.
Because one of the two things I've come to realize, or at least in personal experience, when it comes to thermal visor, early thermal visor has a very weird implication that something will be expected. And if you see thermal in Fendrana, basically 3 rooms away from Thardis, there's a Thardis requirement.
Imagine bombs on cargo freight lift. Because that's in logic right now.
Oh,
That would
it
be
is.
terrible.
Okay, that's actually worse. I'll take that one.
Yeah, strangely, that first check in frigate does not require gravity suit in these settings.
It's that. I think that's because it's not really a trick. It's actually more of a vanilla requirement or a vanilla expectation of the game. Oh,
A
boost
boost
ball for
bar.
Echoes. Out of logic till we see X-ray. But yeah, the gravity, the cargo freight check, in the vanilla experience, you kind of get pushed in that direction, or you kind of get the ability to go in that direction, and then get told you can't progress without gravity suit, and that's where you get pushed into Farfindrana. So it's a vanilla, not requirement, but it's a kind of vanilla journey piece.
Did something happen again? They are not moving for a while. OT and Vipron. I'm not sure what happened, but
Vpron, I don't think can go anywhere.
okay.
But
Yeah,
he's just
'cause-
running a good space jump here, and that should get him
Yeah.
going again.
Yeah, so that'll give Tower Chamber access, but again, I think until Ulti makes their way back into Temple Grounds, Vpron is not going to go, or not going to have too much available to them. So Shy Guy is heading into Magmoor and doing the early Magmoor checks, which makes sense. There is a lot to pick up here.
We're gonna get Therma for Shy Guy right now. If Leno makes the slope jump. There we go.
Some good TGC vision, I like to call it. Which I think, was it Toaster that coined that, or was it Reggie that coined that? Can't remember now.
Sure. Yeah, not terribly recommended to turn it on here in Magmor, as unsurprisingly, it is pretty warm down here.
Just a wee bit. So heading up to Warrior Shrine.
Yeah, this will not be
Probably-
in logic without our boost ball, but relatively
Yeah.
easy scan dash will get us across.
Probably only going to be picking up the one item, doing the dip down into upper fiery shores is kind of not advised unless the seed is extremely rude, and that is where our bombs are.
Does he have a? He has PB's expansions, right? You could check that.
But
expansions
without
could-
boost or bombs, it's difficult to get out. Well, impossible to get out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Ulti is out of bounds here in Aegon. Looks to be heading to the Torvus elevator. There he is.
Interesting.
So without
That's-
Ulti's equipment's
he-
pretty limited here. Without supers or Dark Beam or Emerald, there's actually not a ton he can really do here.
This is also taking Ulti far away from the progressional side for Prime as well,
Yeah.
which is the dangerous thing with this. Like, we're definitely straying far away from logic, I guess, with this
Yeah.
play.
Light Beam, Varia, and Ice Beam. OT is gonna miss on that.
Yeah, really surprised that this would be the play before the Temple Grounds loop. Temple Grounds is like reasonably dense too. You have all the equipment that's in logic. Yeah, a little surprising.
So it doesn't look like we've seen too much in Magmoor as of yet. I think the only check we've got left is Lava Lake. Which, if Lava Lake is not our bombs, then I am one step closer to that Thardus play from back Magmoor.
Yeah, actually,
So
that
what-
refund ended up coming in handy here, having 2 power rounds to get through Lava Lake here, rather than having to rely on a drop, which is pretty uncommon.
Oh, Ulti wants to check Crossroads.
Oh, was something up here?
I don't remember. I think it was just a PB expansion.
So Magmoor,
Or
nothing of
maybe
interest.
maybe he did. Maybe he didn't check that. Yeah, it's just a PB expansion.
Huh, I'm a little surprised by that time investment just for a power room expansion when you already had the main launcher. I have to ask about that in the interview.
Was that a key in Battleground? I think it was a key. Not sure.
Interesting. Well, luckily we have the Dark Visor.
What?
Although right now we don't have any way out of Dark Labs if we go in, and actually, Lana doesn't have the
Oh, it's-
Annihilator yet, anyways.
It's life support system. Oh, there's X-ray in Command Center.
Okay, so that gets us closer to having that. Shoot, what was up in Root Cave?
So that puts
A boost
boost
ball.
ball in
The boost
logic.
ball.
Well, actually, yeah, we're still missing grapple
Still
beam.
missing
Yeah.
grapple. Yep.
Now, Shy Guy is heading up the Sun Tower elevator back into Chozo, which I'm not 100% sure as to why. So there's nothing fully available to us at this point in time.
I don't think MST checked like Upper Dynamo.
That's a good point, yeah.
But
I
that's
think
not
Upper
in
Dynamo
logic.
is all-
I would be chasing the logic here.
Yeah.
And heading to far Magma or far Findrona.
Yeah, so this is
I
a
wanna-
singular dip check here. So Ulti's back in great tempo, which is good. That'll be... We're on the right track there.
And Ulti should be getting that boost ball shortly here as well. This is always nice to have. Boosting being the quickest way to get around in Echoes most of the time. Unless you are an E-dashing god.
Shy Guys checking the tree.
I think that was an E-tank. The wasps being rude. Oh, no, maybe... Oh, that's screw attack. Oh, it's not a screw attack, because we have screw attack, isn't it?
Yeah, we
that
have
looked like an
Screwtack.
artifact to me, actually. We did have an artifact in Main
Ooh.
Plaza.
We do, yes, that's correct.
We need
That guy
supers
taking out some
then.
anger.
Those wasps are pretty annoying.
So I hope Uti's going for the loop now.
Yep, looks like it. So this should be
Yep.
some good progression here for Vpron, as well as that
Yep.
light beam.
And it should take them to the right path.
PhailGuy, depending on their comfort, could also go for the magma pool dash. I'm not too sure if they're versed in that. Or with a power bomb and wave beam, they can at least pick up 2 items out of logic.
Yep, and check a third. Yeah, it's a difficult dash and a bit scary with no grav and not a ton of V-tanks. If you don't quite make it, it'll be a little hard pressed to get out.
So, PhailGuy pacing back and forward here, not too sure what to do.
Oh, what's that? I think it's grapple?
Yeah, that would make sense. That puts the boost in logic. So I wonder, SAM processing could be something good here.
Do we have item models on Echo's side?
Should be, yep.
Then it's probably
yes, I
Leno's
remember
grapple.
the space jump looked like a Prime 1 space jump.
And the power bombs, the main power bombs were correct.
Yeah.
So we should be good on that. Yep, so Dynamo coming up, so we've got 2 items to pick up here. It's nice coming in here and only having to do the 1 dip.
Oh, grab.
Oh, it's gravity. It's gravity. That's
Bombs
Nice
and
to
cargo freight.
oh boy.
Dark Torvis Key 2 at the top of Dynamo.
Hmm.
Oh, there was a backpack picked up on the Echo side from
Yeah,
Leno.
bioenergy production was grav.
Oh, so it was Grav Boost, not Grav Suit. Ah.
That's right. Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
still looking a few items to actually get into Torvis, really from any direction. It's actually surprising the translators have been late this seed. Normally Amber and or Emerald are both pretty free, but we haven't found either of them yet. Which does make the early game routing difficult when you don't get those hints.
Let's see what's in scent processing with boost ball.
Yep, I like
Can't
this
check
check with
that.
boost ball being pretty late in the logic chain we've discovered so far.
Vpron now into Magma themselves.
Yep.
PhailGuy probably going to be heading into far Magma because it's the only real play that's left for them with their current loadout.
Hi Daxemus. Bye Daxemus.
Your Uber Eats has been delivered. Burger for you. The Annihilator is incredibly out of logic at the moment until we see bombs.
Yep.
Yeah, Viapan pulled off a pretty cool trick in Ruined Nursery there. You get that out of logic.
Which again kind of starts to beg the question of whether Ulti should be chasing all these light and dark checks, or dark checks, because we know we're not going to find our bombs in the dark world at this point in time.
Look like that main reactor has something. Oh, Leno has a key in Dark Oasis.
Oh, gross.
That could be an SDK, which
it probably
means
is.
suits. We need suits.
I'll be given a
Is that Dark?
basement
No.
grounds. Oh, there's the missile launcher finally. That's
Oh,
Sword Cavern? Interesting.
Gravity Suit and Phase on Grounds.
Yep, phasing grunts.
Very horrible, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's actually a check that might benefit Team Infinite Speed Squad, since Leno cannot get that without Annihilator or Dark Beam.
Yeah.
So if Gravity has something, like any Gravity check, like probably Frigate or something. Wait, Frigate is in Logic now, right? We have
Frigate's
Thermal, we
been
have
in
Ice.
Logic. Yeah, so Frigate's cargo freight check has been in Logic since getting Space Jump and Thermal. Ice and Wave. But there's nothing else in Logic there.
Yeah, we can't get all the way through with the lack of bombs, and we don't have
Oh.
supers for bioenergy or biohazard.
Yeah.
And the Gravity Suit definitely puts a hamper on us getting towards mines through Frigate. Because now with Gravity Suit, or at least on Vpron side with Gravity Suit, we can't do the boost strategy.
Can you not do the boost jump still with Grav? I thought you could.
I think with Gravity Suit, the boost strategy becomes a lot harder. You can do it, but it's like so much harder, I believe. Because your collision with the wall, I think, is very finicky in comparison. But I could be wrong.
Leno is actually getting really close
Amber.
to getting BK'd. But the Amber would probably give him Sand Cash.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's
Amber and
something for him.
Workstation.
Yeah, that's a great find.
So it looks like Vpron is following the same logic train here. So they've done their early to mid Magma checks. And it looks like they're
What's that
going
in?
to the back.
We have a grapple here in Culling Chamber.
Oh yeah, that's now the boost is in Logic.
Yep. Good to see.
Yeah, but I think Leno has now only Sand Cash left logically. I don't remember if there was anything else he missed. But yeah, the lack of Dark Beam is, or like Dark World Access, it's kind of biting him now.
Oh, Vpron is heading back up Root Cave. So Shy Guy heading off to see our good compatriot Thardus potentially, or could just be dipping into the back of Fen, skipping the rock for now. Or Vpron could actually be chasing the frigate play.
Maybe. Would be enormous if the
Maybe
bombs are
contemplating.
on cargo freight.
Yeah, I think Vpron got to that door and said, I have 3 different options to myself. I don't know what to do.
Chozo's interesting. I feel like if I wanted to do more stuff in Chozo, I would do the auto logic climb and forget crash site and start working backwards.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely agree with the Fendrana play here. I think this is where I would put money on the next progression being, at least in the Prime Seed. Hive Dynamo works, Echo's life support.
Yep.
Could be
Also
another
we
suit,
have
or it could be a suit.
we have also an STK in the
Bombs behind
Dynamo works.
Thardus.
Wow.
Wow.
I was
Great
close. I was
Yeah.
close.
So it is grapple locked. And probably wave ice. No, I think you didn't need ice for that one.
Don't need dice to get to here, yeah.
The MSC is going to give us the Thardus play anyways, makes sense. This way you can head into shorelines here. Plus you'll have this out of the way, given that you did it. It is in logic with thermal.
And it gives you a nice corridor as well for routing if you still need to bounce back and forward and Fen.
Ooh, what was in Dynamo works here? Leno is going for this slope jump.
An STK.
Ah, okay.
That's an
That should
STK.
be a nice early pickup.
Imagine Dark Beam without us right now.
That'd be such a good find for Leno. Because once Leno gets this trick, if Third is dying, syncs up neatly, and we do see Dark, then it's just going to be perfect for routing opportunities. Otherwise, I don't think Leno can go any further here with that Dark door.
Yeah, not much else for us to do here in Sank. We've had some out-of-bounds shenanigans, which I would not expect
Some
to be
really
seen
bad out-of-bounds shenanigans, to be exactly.
here.
That room is really not good with out-of-bounds.
So, one of the things that I would do if my intelligent cap was on as a runner is, after doing Thardus, is taking the save at ruined courtyard, warping back the start and picking up that Annihilator, because that Annihilator might actually be our logical first Echo's Beam now with bombs.
True.
That's a good call, yeah.
Pick up your pipe item in Ruined Gallery, get your artifact in Vault, and you could technically go into all the way through to the back of Chozo as well.
Yeah, the annoying thing about picking up Vault is then you can't reset back to Courtyard.
And then not giving up on the trick.
I guess what you could do is climb Frigate Crash Site and do back to front Chozo, and then go down Sun Tower.
And let's take my eyes off Faulty for a few seconds here. I see he is out of bounds again, doing the item loss wall crawl. I'm not sure to what end, honestly.
Is it to skip one of these gates or something, or...?
The only thing you might want to do with that is, like, you can go from here to Half Undead if you want.
Wall crawl skips backtracking. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if he already did Hive Chamber B earlier and then just went to check Hive Chamber A, this saves you going all the way through the Hive tunnels again.
Yeah.
Now,
But,
Dwayne
good
the Rock Johnson taking a power bomb here. Getting a healthy
And-
dose of burger.
Tharos is dead.
Via Prime making the frigate play, so interesting. We'll see which use of the thermal visor comes in handy here, if any.
This is kind of exciting, actually. Thermal v thermal checks.
Bonk.
I love that bonk.
Alright.
It's great.
It stunned me! I called it!
Wow.
I called it!
I want to see Light Beam at the bottom of Frigate to make this so weird. See if we see Light Beam on the other side of things.
We got Light Beam already. It was just a comm area.
Also, it was, my bad.
We could have Plasma down here. That would be pretty exciting. Yep, major upgrade in Phase on Grounds is the Gravity Suit. And yes, and bombs were in Quarantine Monitor.
So, what I was saying about Thermal being early in a seed largely puts the Rock in check. Seems kind of true so far.
And Quad
Rox
also
is-
only an E-Tank.
Yeah, quad a tank.
So, Cargo Freight, nothing interesting in there, just a missile expansion.
Faulty's out of bounds again. Trying to get past this super door here to get to, Is this all the way to Torvis?
I have
Or is this
no
hints?
idea.
No, you can't get it. Hints are not reasonable without Dark Suitor supers.
This is not another Diggle seed. This is from our Grandmaster themselves, Lokier, today. So, Shy Guy...
Oh, it's going to Hall of Undead.
Oh, maybe Ulti doesn't know the Seeker skip.
Oh, he didn't transition yet. He has to go back to
Oh,
the
whoops.
door.
So I guess now with Echoes having light and dark beam on Leno's side, the Annihilator beam's not as big a rush point. So Shy Guy gets the opportunity just to kind of explore Fendrana at their leisure.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really nice for Leno. Ooh. So prime power bombs are in reactor core. That is accessible.
Yeah, with that dark beam now, it's accessible. That's true.
Can't see what's in Lighthouse and Fendrana.
Oh, Tumas is dead as well? Okay, so Quad is completely dead, as is Chica. You know, I never actually got a good look at Mining Plaza, and I don't think we've seen an Amorbis hint yet.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the players checked it, to be honest. But I may have missed it.
What's in Hall of Honor dead here? Ulti wants it. Is it just dark? That's just dark ammo. Yeah, Chica did not have a long life this seed. It was about 5 seconds in, and we scanned the first hint of the game that said, "Don't bother."
No bug ball today. So early Fen checks, nothing too exciting, just some expansions and some nice E-tanks.
Yepron finds the Amber Translator. Nice for Ulti to catch up on the hint info. Ulti seems to have a little bit of trouble with this puzzle. There we go.
Is it 1132 if I remember rightly? Going left to right?
Yes.
Yes.
Chat saying Mining Plaza looked dead. Well, just need an Amorbis hint, and Echoes might get off scot-free. Unfortunately, Prime, we already know, will be fighting at least 2 of the major bosses. Flagra is the only unknown.
And Flagra is also the hardest one to have a queue for.
Mm-hmm.
So it could still be required. So we still haven't seen supers on either side.
Nope.
And Reliquary is not reliquired today, just a missile for Prime. Yes, OP and PCA are both artifacts today.
So Shy Guy doing the TTA check, and it just looks like an expansion. Yep. Probably going to check upper Fiery Shores, and then maybe dipping back into Fendrana and start doing the labs play.
Hopefully Vipron will make the play into Quarantine Monitor here, pick up those bombs. Seems pretty likely that that's the next stop.
Oh, no power bomb for Shy Guy. One of the worst things is walking into this room without an
Leno's going for the gravity suit. That's good for him.
Vipron's heading to mines. Interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be a... We know it's definitely taking them away from the progression itself, but you never know, they could find something equally as exciting. But I think this is probably going to punish Vipron and Ulti a lot more than they may be expecting. Especially the fact that there's no X-ray on their side.
Yeah, we're still looking for Plasma and Phazon, so if they are gonna find them, it's gonna be an advantage. Depending where they are.
It'll be an advantage for Prime, but we're actively putting Echoes behind. So, like, when it comes to the requirement for both teams having an early finish, I think we're either giving Prime the advantage, but pushing Echoes further out.
Oh, Plasma Beam and PCA, I think, is it?
Well, okay.
That's interesting.
Well, is that going to be a bit of a bait, though?
Well, now
Is
maybe
Vipron going to chase this?
Yeah, maybe it's leading now to go to lower mines.
Yeah, this finding plasma is good, but I worry that this might push them further and further into this play.
I stepped away for a moment and missed Plasma Beam. Where was that?
PPC.
Where
Oh,
PPC.
Yipron. That's a good play then. This will be very handy heading back into Fen, especially if picks up the bombs right away.
Yep. So it looks like Vpron is climbing back out of PPC. So if this was just purely a singular check they wanted to do, then power to them. This has been fantastic. Because we definitely want to be heading into Fen at this stage. Looks like Shy Guy's heading potentially to either the back of Chozo or jumping into Frigate.
What he's trying to do air underwater or something in Toba's lagoon. Don't know what it is.
Ruin Fountain is an STK. Yeah, if PMT is an artifact as well. Ugh. So Vpron back into Magmoor. Shy Guy turning around and heading back down Root Cave. Oh no, we're going for the Arbor Chamber out of bounds.
Yep, looks like it.
Nice.
Yeah, MST's already been up for Root Cave, so this must be the out of bounds. Yeah, I feel like mines would be calling me here as MST. So Leno did get the hint that the power bombs are in logic. So with those, we do have pretty good access to mines.
I need to speak to MST and find out what suit colour this is.
See out of bounds, very nice.
I've never seen it done that way where you actually walk across
Yeah, the
the
ceiling, that's
skybox
kinda
and
cool.
drop in. Yeah. So nothing in Arbor Chamber today.
Leno doing this slope jump, that scares me. I just cannot do this under pressure. Leno gets it. Nice. So that will be Taurus access. Not logical. We do logically need the suit to have done that. And or Seekers to have gone in the other way. Although it's actually, really we can't do anything from the temple side right now without Emerald or Supers.
So I see that Vpron decided to go up the elevator and then go back down the elevator back into mines.
Hmm.
So I'm curious as to what prompted that switch in decision.
Leno bonking into a pirate there. I am very often annoyed by that guy.
Was that the one that jumps up and goes, hiya!
Yep.
And then decides to get screw attacked, most likely?
And there's Echo Visor in Boombox.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So Shy Guy going to pick up the Annihilator, and we're seeing our first usage of Spring Ball, I think?
Oh yeah.
Thanks, game, for that hint. We already knew that.
Yeah, the
What
late
was it?
Morph Ball bomb is actually kind of depriving the runners of being able to get much use out of Spring Ball so far.
I think it's probably one of the things that I not actively dislike Spring Ball, but I think with it being intrinsically tied to Morph Ball bombs, you kind of lose a lot of its advantage anyway. If they were separate, I think it would be a really cool feature as having an additional item in the pool. I know there's probably a lot more work involved in that.
Ooh yeah, Spring Ball. item in the pool would be cool if that becomes practicable.
Would be Prime's version of Cannonball, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Prime 1 needs a fusion suit item.
It also needs an anti-fusion suit item in case you accidentally put it on because in a fit of blindness.
I think we also need hidden item models, but we replace all the item models with hot dogs. Or maybe just big signs, neon signs that say Crossway is useful. So Shy Guy picking up their artifact in Vault. I would like to see a rainbow pigment for the HUD, similar to Monster Hunter for any of the players out there, where your HUD just keeps changing colours through the rainbow. I know it would be an eyesore for like restream, but it'd be cool just as a wee casual thing.
We have Echo's grapple beam on abandoned worksite.
Yeah.
It's the one of the few rooms where it's actually useful.
Yes, indeed.
What's the main things we're looking for? Echoes would sure love to have some super missiles, possibly a suit.
But Prime wants to super, since I think there was an artifact in main plaza.
I just realised, technically Prime is an all bosses seed, because an artifact in OP, Dark Beam on Thardis, Ruined Fountain logically requires you to do Flagra for an STK.
Yeah.
True.
So Prime is an all bosses seed this evening.
Nice job, look here. This is the content we were looking for.
Yep.
So Shy Guy is climbing Arboretum, and we're going to go see our friendly neighbourhood bonsai plant. It definitely needs a little bit of a trimming.
Neopron is finally heading into Farfen. Phazon suit. Great Bridge.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. Yeah, especially when we don't get a hint for it. Just kind of stumbling into that. Oh, Temple Axis. That is an excellent find.
Though I don't agree with Shy Guy's choice of colour lining here on the Phazon suit. But that's just a personal preference.
Oh, did not hit that.
Oh, because this is the first bomb slot, you need to do this normally. The first bomb slot cannot be blown up from the outside when it comes to activating Flagra.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah. So when you come in the front door, you need to go through the pipe to actually trigger the... I don't know what, or I don't know why specifically it acts like this, but you need to destroy it as if it's an actual bomb slot, even though they are not bomb slots.
Ah, I see.
Something to do with the active Flagra, because if you come in from the reverse of Flagra, the bomb slots don't care. You can blow them up from the outside.
So Viapron went into Farfen, but headed straight for actual Farfen rather than Quarantine Monitor. So this is still going to keep those bombs out of reach for him.
Unfortunate.
And the Dark Beam as well.
Also true. Yep.
I think it's one of the... I think Thardis is probably one of the more awkward bosses to kind of take a cue into. Because with Flagra, you never have any cue as to when to do Flagra. You kind of just do Flagra when it's either opportune or your last check. OP, you do OP whether you have to do it because of generally artifacts or it's better for routing. Thardis, you kind of just want to try and avoid, but I think Thardis is probably the the best boss for having a logical queue because of the way thermal gets placed most times. And I think what's happening here is probably some players are actively avoiding the boss, even though the logic queue is there for them to do it. If any of that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's the same with Chica. If you get like the items for the keys and like Dark Visor and supers and stuff, then I actually might do Chica blind even without a hint.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's just a missile on the plant, I think. Yep.
What he got is gravity suit now. Gravity boost. Excuse me.
Progressive suit and storage cave? Storage cave, yeah.
Storage cave or Fendrana's Edge, whatever.
Yep.
Might be
So-
all Ulti needs to check SDK hints, actually.
Yep. I'm pretty sure you
So,
can do that.
Ulti's getting rudely dodged about here by the pirates.
I think
So Shy Guy going for ghosts.
neither of them did labs now on the Prime side, right?
No player's been
Oh.
into labs yet, yeah. Shy Guy went through Thardus, done the front of Fendrana, and went straight back into Magma. So we haven't seen the labs look yet.
Oh, and Seeker's at the top of Fendrana's Edge as well.
Ah. So we're definitely having a lot of divergence between the two teams, and both
Yeah.
teams are finding very different things for it as well.
Yep.
So this one's going to be interesting because it really just comes down to who looks to the other team's individual checks first. So Shy Guy throwing some lemons at some disgruntled ghosts. This is one of the two fights as to why you do not shuffle Charge Beam, because it's horrible.
Oh, gosh. Like
Shuffling Charge...
tendons in my thumb just tensed up at the thought of that.
Shuffling Charge Beam is all fun and games until you fight ghosts. And a red key, Inghive key 3 on ghosts. Would definitely require that.
Totally.
Alright, Viepron is heading back, hopefully to Thardus here. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll get the bombs.
He will get bombs now, yeah. And he will be probably really mad about that location.
Now, the thing that I'm worried about is Vipron might grab bombs and then go, oh, I've got my bombs, and then leave Thardus.
Yeah, that would be bad too.
Oh, no. Vipron now has to do Thardus. We missed the scan dash, we don't have grapple, and we can't bomb jump up to the spider track to redo the scan dash, so we're getting Dark Beam inadvertently regardless.
Aldi hasn't been to Spider's Treasure yet for that grapple beam.
Yep. Though I think OT was in Sank for... but I'm not sure about that.
Now, one thing I can say is Ulti has the best equipment setup in Echoes. They've got their pretty black dress, they've got their backpack, and they've got the thing that I cannot say live on SG for the spider ball. I love the dark suit in that game. Like, it's one of those things that probably took me years to come around to on design-wise, but it's such a good design on the suit.
It is a good looking suit.
And the grav boost is probably one of the most unique items that Prime probably could have introduced as well. It's such a unique item. I love it. So that guy was just doing the training chamber set of checks. I don't think we got anything of interest. I wasn't paying attention, so apologies.
I didn't see anything interesting.
Dark Egg on Key 1 is doomed entry.
Yep, and I think Dark Egg on Key.
No, it's Trial Tunnel. Okay.
No, Dark Egg on Key 2 was on Battleground, I think. Like almost. I'm not sure if it's French vanilla or actual vanilla. I am not sure with that. But Dark Egg on Key, indeed. We still don't know if Malbus is required, I think.
I don't think we found that hint yet.
What? That was
Emerald,
a weird screw tag.
Emerald or Cobalt would sure be nice finds around now to get the to get some more mid-game hints.
Emerald being this late out is kind of unusual for CGC.
Yep.
There's like an hour and 5 minutes in, and we only have one translator, essentially, for Echoes, because we start with the other one.
I know, the runners don't have to agonize about whether or not to go to Sank entrance this whole time. It's like, what are they even doing?
Yep.
And Tenor's bet Sank entrance still has something. So Vipron about to pick up that Dark Beam, they're probably going to look at it and go, I found this accidentally. Why? Because I would gamble quite heavily that if Vipron picked up their bombs, they would have just left.
There is the Dark Beam.
Get yourself some chocolate powder for your milk.
Ooh, MST back to Zoid to look at the item behind the wall that wasn't able to check earlier. Just some ammo, and it's gonna quit out.
It's STK on Incash 1.
Ooh, it's a nice little find. Well, unfortunately, we have to come back to Dark Labs probably anyways, given that Dark Oasis is likely to be a STK.
Another STK at whatever this room is, in Temple Grounds or Dark Temple Grounds.
Is Viapron, there's a check.
Oh no. Oh no.
Vipron might not be comfortable with the scan dash because they failed it once and they don't have grapple.
No, that's tragic.
So they might be going into the back. Yeah, this looks like a back of labs loop around play.
This is so unfortunate.
Also trying to get this E-Tank. But the Ing Hunters, I want to say they're called. Being a little bit rude. Hunter Ring, is that it? Man, I need to scrub up on my Echoes names again.
Which room you're referring to?
The one that Ulti was in for the Dark Ing cache. The technical
Lake.
monsters.
Do you mean a Cursed Lake?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to remember the name of the Ing creatures that are floating around there with the tentacles.
Ing Hunters.
Yeah, there we go. I knew I was right. Vipron staring neatly at a door frame. Oh, and supers. In Aether.
That's quite convenient.
Yeah. So again, more awkward divergence and finding more usefulness out of it.
This is so unfortunate because if Vipron had found those bombs, I would even say they might be slightly ahead.
Yeah. I don't know what was in upper Aether lab. I couldn't see that.
the supers are hard required with 2 artifacts being locked behind them.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Alti going... I thought they were going to Sank entrance, but that's a Emerald Gate, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm thinking that Uti might gonna go for well, actually, I don't know what he's gonna go for right now because he already
Everyone
checked.
annihilated.
He's gonna
Is
have
this
to
it?
wall
Oh,
crawl
yeah,
if he goes in here.
No. He goes for a profane path.
And maybe he's gonna choose to just leave this, yeah. So yeah, if something important was in Control Tower, Viapron is leaving it behind with the lack of bombs.
A slope jump to get out can be very finicky, and it's definitely something if you've not practiced, you will just like yeet yourself over the wall. Like I've done that one practice seed that we had.
Wait, did Leno just come back and do that instant morph like first try?
I think it was second or third try, but yeah.
I don't think anything was in the observatory. And I don't think anything of interest was in Hall of Elders. We've still got Elder Chamber to grab. Yeah, just a missile at the top of the observatory.
This is a great race. The level of divergence is actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I wouldn't say that anybody's been punished for their routing, it's just that they're finding so much different stuff available in these kind of routing divergences.
Yep.
So is Vpron considering dipping into Control Tower here?
So I wonder if Shy Guy is familiar with
Is this
or
standable?
comfortable with bar skip.
Looks so good.
Because bar skip into mines could be pretty good here after this Chozo cleanup.
Vpron's going in.
Ooh. It's Metro.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh, they took the save at Observatory to make this
smart.
check.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's smart.
And Crossway is just like ammo.
Dead.
Mwah, mwah.
Secret tunnel is denied, unfortunately.
No secret tunnel, shame on you. that's an extra 10 minutes right there.
What's that in Temple Axis and Sank?
Oh, this would be a good infinite speed play. No plasma while here at Hall of Elders, so you could easily grab that chamber item.
Oh, it's Ice Spreader in Temple Axis.
We definitely need that. Nothing in antechamber.
The front very carefully aiming at that like pirate's calf before shooting the plasma beam.
So yeah, we haven't seen any of the STK hints yet from either side. No supers. We have seen seekers, so no players logically been able to access as of yet.
Alti may actually be making the play for hints right now. Although his ult... Yeah, wait.
I don't know.
I thought Alti had been to Hall of Honor dead.
They have, yeah.
Huh.
Is this to get back to the ship, maybe? No, I don't know why they didn't just fall down, if it is.
Oh, maybe Udi just forgot that he already did that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Leno doesn't have that Echo Visor yet from Elite Control Access, so can't be doing these Echo Annihilator lock checks in Sank yet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be isolating those.
Looks like Shy Guy is on their way into Life Grove area. Oh no, they dipped into Chamber. A Great Tree Hall Chamber, and then heading back into Chozo. So this will be the Overgrown Cavern check. While Vipron escapes the laboratory. We've definitely DD'd our way through that, so Dexter's not particularly too happy with us.
Shy Guy's just probably taking a look at the item here in Overgrown Cavern, and then I would guess we'll head back up to Life Grove.
Yeah, a bit of an odd wee routing decision here to go down to Life Grove to then go back to Overgrown and then to go back to Life Grove.
Yeah,
Well,
I hate having to take
probably-
the 2 elevators here, but this check has burned me so many times.
Yeah, unless Shy Guy is planning to go through Frigate with all the tools available.
Which may just be what's happening here, yeah.
Is they can at least scout what's in Biohazard.
So without boosts, my guess is they're going to leave the Life Grove area. That does mean they are not checking Great Tree Chamber.
Did they not check Great Tree Chamber when they went down the elevator to Life Grove? Did they just go down and then come back
went there
up?
first? Okay, I might have missed that.
No.
Okay, that play makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, they had gone down originally, then came back up to go this way.
Okay, yeah, that's good routing, I think. If you're not wanting to do bar skip. I hate, the turrets in this room are so annoying, and the way the door like closes if you move at all.
Yeah, so it looks like he's on their way to pick up hints.
Yep, Ulti's going for SDKs.
Yeah, wow, Viapron is very isolated of the bombs, and yeah, as chat's pointing out with PMT, there is no skipping them today. Yeah, everything else would have been reasonably doable. Even vaults you can do with power bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, Alti is going to give us our first SDK check of the seed. It's doing an interesting screw attack bonk strategy I haven't seen before for this secret world. Normally I see folks going for a BSJ.
It looks like Echo's vault was empty today.
Oh, supers!
Supers and Ice Ruins East. So...
Oh, Shy Guy never had Plasma.
Yeah.
Yep. Plasma's in PPC.
Now, Vitron must be racking their mind as to where these bombs are, because an hour and 20 minutes in, still no bombs. That must be a scary kind of, thing just lingering there for you.
And yep, Alti choosing not to bother with the wall crawl now that Supers and Seekers are in hand.
Makes sense. So, Biohazard check coming up. I think the only thing this really could be of major requirement is the other progressive suit.
Seekers were up in Security Cave in Farfendrana.
There is
as well
a
as the
Metroid.
Dark Suit in Storage Cave. So MSC has not made the Farfen play yet, but also needs to dip into PPC for Plasma to get the Super Missile for Leno. I'm pretty sure that Leno is not comfortable with the Abandoned Baseball Crawl, and so we'll be looking for those supers to get the SDK hints for the PhailGuys.
Reactor Core main PBs finally picked up for the Prime player.
We actually knew
now
about
logical.
We actually knew about those main PPs pretty long ago.
Yep, it's been 40 minutes
Yeah.
since we had that hint.
Yep.
So Biohazard looked to be a Metroid, so that could be an ammo expansion or could be one of our two remaining translators.
Ugh, translator in Biohazard would be tragic.
Also, we're gonna get Echo Sense now.
Alright, what do we got?
One key returned at 1 hour 20.
Dark
Oasis.
Oasis, we knew about that one. Dynamo Works, that's probably the one Len already picked up. Life Grove Tunnel. Under Temple.
That's common.
Another
Under
Under Temple.
Temple.
Double Under Temple.
Double temple.
Sacrificial Chamber. Oh my god. It's like
Lower Torpus boss rush.
Incash
I think
1.
Inkish 1, yeah.
Sank
Sank
map
Map
station.
Gross.
Cobalt required.
Oh
Cobalt
dear.
So we need to find Cobalt as well.
So Cobalt and Biohazard, maybe?
Maybe. And that's was it, I think.
This scene is fantastic, can I just say that? Not as a player, but for us viewing and commentating.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, someone is for sure in go mode right now, or like at least lead like one item maybe, but nope. Selling light suit, we need Cobalt. I think does Vipron already have Phazon? I don't remember.
Boost
No, I
ball
think-
for MST. That is going to be required, I assume, for anyone not crazy enough to do the Life Grove tunnel strat.
Yep. Vipron's still kicking around in Gravity Suit.
Yeah.
So we're now getting front to back mines checks. So Shy Guy is going to find their plasma beam at the very latest check. However, if they decide to dip into PPC before doing any of the lower checks, then that will actually be quite good for them.
TTE had Sonic Boom, but did not pick up. RIP. No Sonic Boom today.
Now, I wonder if Shy Guy remembers where Echo's supers are, because if they pick up that plasma, do they immediately just pop out into Magma and go straight for it, or will they continue all the way through mines before heading up to supers?
I don't even remember if Shy Guy actually checked the ice locked things.
I think they did, because they definitely done, after Thardus, they done the early Fendrana loop
Okay.
outside of Chozo Ice Temple, I think it was. I think they skipped that.
Gosh, Viapron's going all the way back to Biohazard, but can't even go all the way through Frigate without these bombs. Feels bad.
Yeah.
The lack of bombs is really painful at this point in the seed.
And the thing is, like, logically, Vipron hasn't missed the bombs, because technically they still need grapple. It was just unlucky that that dash didn't make it all the way for them.
Oh, what's in Gathering Hall?
Oh yeah, Lena's going for it, whatever
Lena's
it is.
going for it, yeah. Prime
Oh.
Grapple was in
That's light.
Cutting Chamber in Echoes.
So Biohazard is just light ammo, so rip the Cobalt.
Is
that's
it Cobalt?
Yeah, that's a translator.
It's a translator, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's a pretty good find.
Yep, it's needed.
Although, I mean, how much is left in Echoes that Leno hasn't picked up? It seems like most of the remaining progression is actually in the Prime Seed.
Seems like
Although Cobalt is required for sync maps, so...
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, a lot of Echoes is, between the players, they've been kind of spotty around various areas of the game. Do we still have...
Oh, it's Emerald.
Ugh, that's a terrible spot to go.
Yeah, but at
That's
least
great.
we can
Back in my
get
day!
more- at least we can get some more hints, and then there obviously is a stroke hint right next to it.
what you like to see. It's at least the joke hint is still far better than finding Emerald Visor can be found in this room.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer the joke hint. Alti scanning an ATM for us.
Wants to make sure it's an ETM.
There's always that self-doubt the Randovania decides to play funny buggers with you.
That Emerald gives us also access to like the Tovus Grove, technically, like logically. Also, if MST finds those supers, then we can also get some more intel.
Oh, Vpron didn't do. I thought I saw Vpron going for this out of bounds earlier. Maybe Vpron didn't actually.
I think it was just Shy Guy.
Yeah,
Vpron
Shy Guy
came
was
up.
doing it.
Yeah, Shy Guy, Vpron came up, got the boost ball, and then went back down. So yeah, I think Vpron is basically going to be kind of stuck until bombs crop up. Oh well, until grapple crops up for them. And we are still quite away from that.
This is gonna be good for Leno. He is going for Undertemper and gets rewarded with 2 SDKs. Also, we're gonna have to get a Power-Up Guardian anyway, since Dark Oasis is required.
So is that 3 keys behind Powerbomb Guardian, technically?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, true.
That's horrible.
Yeah, Light Suit and Cobalt is probably the remaining things we wanna look at, like find.
Yeah, I think across all the players, that's all that's left.
This is like pretty much a full tracker for both games required seed.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, I wonder if where we're gonna find those. I'm pretty sure maybe Lower Mines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think Lower Mines is probably just going to be like translator, artifact, light suit, and then a missile expansion somewhere randomly. Because Randovania likes that. So Echo Visor coming up.
Also, doing PB Guardian with no suit is sometimes a bit scary, but Leno managed it.
And hopefully, MST goes straight through rather than ducking down into MQA.
Yeah.
I get the MQA play here, but it unfortunately won't work out well when Plasma was right here in PPC.
Yeah. Like, I think overall, for routing purposes, in this situation, we still don't have Plasma. I would say it's always worth taking the PPC check, because you can just warp out of Lower Mines rather than having to climb all the way back up and do that check.
Yeah, the problem is, like, the next place he wants to be is probably Farfan anyway, so I think he wants to take this elevator. If
they don't plan on doing Lower Mines, then yeah, I guess. But it looks like Shy Guy is definitely going to take this dip.
Yeah. And, I mean, there could be a suit or something down here, accessible without Plasma.
True.
Or Cobalt. I mean, Cobalt would be huge.
Looks like just a missile in the vent shaft.
I just realized it's actually gonna be funny if Leno is actually gonna get all his SDKs before getting hints.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Leno's just clearing out Lower Torvus, which happens to be the high density of SDKs, which is not uncommon. When supers are the last thing placed to give you access to hints, then that means that pretty much all the supers like locations like Lower Torvus end up being prioritized for the SDK placements.
Yep.
Leno's going to stumble into another STK here with Grapple Guardian. So this
Yep.
is Sacrificial Chamber, isn't it?
Yep, that's Sacrificial Chamber. Also, if Under Transit 1 is maybe the progressive suit, then that will be huge.
Ulti out of bounds again. I will say, I still need to laugh, or I still laugh thinking about Team Goldfish's first match, where I missed the first minute and 20 seconds due to adverts on Twitch, and as soon as I loaded into the video, Merrycat was already out of bounds. So it looks like Vpron is about to do... Oh no, has Vpron already done the Dynamo check, so is this just exhausting everything at this point for Vpron's side?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Vpron is just going around collecting all the little bits that they can access, even though they've done their visual checks, because they've got nothing else they can do. So, looks like the maze, Sendina maze, is just a missile.
The mace was dark ammo.
Was it dark ammo? Oh right, yeah, the
Yep.
missile came through on the other side, yeah. I don't know, I think Vpron probably would be... In this situation, it's kind of hard to tell what you would do. Because
Yeah.
obviously trick level really comes down to your comfort zone and what you can and can't do. So like Vcron might not be comfortable with the dash, even from just like a standpoint of doing it over and over and over. Because well, I guess the problem is that if they mess it up, for them to redo it, they would have to travel all the way back around the room on the spider trap. So we'll see what happens here. Vpron might be considering going into Zoid and doing the check behind Zoid. Because
I
they
was
don't
thinking
know
about
what that
taking
is.
the elevator to Upper Taurus, but decides to, I think, save warp, unless this is just a safety save. Oh, it is just a safety save. Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, the Upper Taurus play makes a lot of sense with the new Emerald we have. Can head to the Grove side of Taurus.
Looks like Shy Guy's doing the right decision, not safe warping and going for PPC now. Also, Leno has to be careful with this room here, since he defeated Grapple Guardian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't want to activate the both sets. Oh dear, this could be scary.
Okay, it seems to not have crashed.
Well, that's cool to know that artifacts show up as red in Dark Visor. That's kind of neat. Oh, there's the crash.
There's a crash.
Well,
Unfortunate. But I think Leno is saved first.
Yeah, Leno
in,
took a safety save in Lower Taurus before coming up here, so
Yeah,
won't
good
lose
call.
one in a couple minutes here. Yeah, we love grapple pirates.
so Shy Guy will find their plasma.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'll be curious to see if he takes this down to lower mines or heads for those super missiles.
Looks like he's going for lower mines.
Yeah, this is a bit of an awkward decision because, like,
Yeah, it's
And-
good routing from the prime side.
yeah,
but it is
But from a
making
team
it a little harder.
composition side, it's kind of hard to say whether you want to prioritize the Echo Supers.
Yeah, especially. I mean, so Leno is also lacking Seekers, so it's not that Supers are actually what's depriving them of the SDK hints right now. And plus, Leno broke into lower Torvis, did a lot of that. So it's not a ton of checks that Leno can't get at without the super missiles. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them were actually even going to be required. Maybe Light Beam is behind one. Yeah, Leno crashed in Torvis Grove by activating the first layer pirate fight while the grapple pirate layer was also active.
There is a chance that I think that grapple pirates cannot spawn in Grove. Then you're lucky, but don't wanna like bet on that. Or at least like only trigger them to kill them and then do the actual cutscene fight.
Yeah, generally I haven't had a problem when I just go halfway into the room, kill the grapple pirates, and then go activate the first fight, the vanilla like first layer fight.
Yeah. Okay. Be careful this time, Leno. Don't do that again.
MSD hasn't been back to the tree yet either.
Yeah.
MSD doesn't have supers yet from labs.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the PMT tunnel one that we missed.
Okay, this time Leno stops short. This should be good. This needs to not go too much farther into the center of the room here.
So is it MQA or is it MQB?
It was
Because one,
MQB.
I
so
think
we
it
do
was
need
MQB.
So yeah.
If it was MQA, I think Shy had picked it up.
So yeah, MST will have to make another trip into lower mines, but we'll have the shortcut opened up through OP at least.
yeah.
Yeah, we've had some good content in this race. We had a Dark Beam on Thardis.
Yep.
And bombs behind Thardis.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Almost would have been a better troll if those were reversed, but
Yep.
we'll take what we can get.
And considering one of our players is still missing said bombs.
Yeah, Viapron showing off the vault without bombs, although it's missing a third power bomb, so that's a little awkward. Even if he gets in here, he's not gonna have a power bomb. Viapron, no! Yeah, I think he realizes. I think you can maybe sometimes... Yeah, I think you can farm a drop off these beetles sometimes without resetting the state of the puzzle. But I don't know if he... I didn't see any of them spawn there. I don't know if he killed them before.
It looks like our Echoes players are starting to or coming to high five each other a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Or this plaza access. Nice room for a high five.
That room takes ages.
Yeah. Just some light ammo.
So I think if Lower Mines has Cobalt or Light Suit, or like the other progressive suit, then it's still a good player. Even though it the superstar from Leno's getting put back.
Yeah. Oh, Flammenwerfer down in oh, what's this? Quarantine access? No, it's not quarantine access.
Fungal Hall access.
That's the one.
Flamethrower. So Shy Guy is validated. Hooray!
Yes, they are. So that null and voids their lack of secret tunnel usage, so we'll give them their 10 minutes back.
So where's Vpron going? Hopefully this is to quarantine monitor.
wonder what Vpron will say in their voice channel when they find bombs. Because having missed that 25 minutes ago, however long it's been.
I am impressed by the stoicism of these runners that no one has made any comments about this seed so far, including the Dark Beam on Thardis.
Yep.
They are taking the abuse, chins held high.
Yeah, there's PMT.
Yep. So we're gonna see a good placed PB. Yeah. That takes
So, to
care of
answer the
Bruce
chat,
Guardian.
I really like the name Flammenwerfer when it comes to flamethrower. It just sounds cooler.
You have to speak it more German. Flammenwerfer.
Flammenwerfer.
Very good.
I think I need to create an awkward accent when I do it. And I think this is a powerbomb.
Oh, Vapron was. Oh, so Vapron's checking all the PONR places for bombs.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you see the German Cestrian? By day, I am the Ginger Chris, and by night, I am the crime-fighting hero, the German Cestrian.
Scottish by day, German by night.
With my trusty sidekick, Flammenwerfer Child, or something, I don't know.
Says just randomize the Remy Demi. What?
Right, so always back in Aegon. Does that do us anything? I can't remember what's in Aegon or still in Aegon. Have we ever seen Mining Station B?
You know, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Yep.
So, as it was said in, I think, last night's race, and I think it was Bash and yourself, Baha, that were talking about it, and actually, no, it was you two and Bash, wasn't it, last night?
It was, yes.
Yeah. How MSB's hint seems to be one of the most integral hints so far in CGC.
Yep, that was a credit to Aaron for pointing that out. My secrets. But yes, I agree. That is a very strong hint. And honestly, it's just like a good set of checks. Like it's 3 checks that are all really close to each other.
So, Shy Guy now seeing our good old buddy, old pal, Omega Pirate.
Oh, that's scary. Getting that STK. Pod W.
Taking that resistance from the screw attack.
Very nice.
Well done.
I was like, what, 4 E-tanks devoured by the
Oh, what happened there to
think it
Viapron? It looked like Viapron got the Scandable correctly for Vault and then morphed and flew off in a random direction. This is tough. I would be doing the lower one first and then making sure I can get a drop in the next room before I commit to this annoying middle one.
Mm. 1 hour and 45 minutes
for the charged plasma strats here. As long as you shoot the uncharged shot off to the side, you can get 2 fully charged. Oh, that wasn't fully charged, but maybe that's okay. You get 2 fully charged plasma shots off.
We'll see. Oh no.
Oh, this is going to be tight, yeah. You get that charge and you just go for the hip shot, you should be fair.
There
we go. That's a very good point. As they're kind of like stating or pointing out, the Vipron I think was one of the ones that was asked for the spring ball in this, and then almost 2 hours in, still have not been able to use spring ball. Artifact of Sun.
Nothing in Warrior's Walk. I don't know if Ulti's already been to Storage C. Those are really 2 of the checks that could be a big advantage for their team with having the supers a lot earlier.
We still don't know what's on
Amorbus.
Amorbus, do we?
Nope, we do not.
Vanilla suit on Amorbus, maybe?
Oh.
That would be so bad.
With hint and MSB?
God, where the... Or Cobalt on Amorbus and the Amorbus hint Cobalt locked? That'd be good.
Oh my god.
Is that even allowed? Is that even allowed?
All things are possible in Randomania.
I'd be putting a strongly worded email into the local Aegon Police Department.
Ooh, Leno going for the Seeker skip here to Mining Station A.
Oh, Leno, I told you to. I told you to do that. More line up to the door. You have a bad angle.
Yeah, you want to be a little more straight on, and you don't really want to actually like jump up with the screw attack. You just kind of want to fall.
Yeah, and you want to more look like directly at the door after you do the missile. At least that's how I do it.
So Shy Guy is now heading out of mines into Fendrana because that's basically all that's left.
So yeah, honestly, so Leno should have these Seekers before too long here, although probably long enough that he might give up on this if he's unable to get it, and we'll have to come back. But yeah, Seekers in a suit should be coming up for Leno. Although maybe MST checks plasma processing first. Yeah, Vietron's still struggling with this vault. This morph and getting into the bomb slot is very difficult without being able to do the bomb jump.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually practiced this at all. So like, I can't even say what's going wrong, what's not going wrong in this kind of situation. I just know the theory of it.
Yeah, it's just one of those you get caught right on the lip and can like barely kind of claw yourself back into the bomb slot. Yeah, difficult scene here. A lot of tricks having to be pulled off by these runners here with the lack of equipment we've been finding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's interesting to think, right? Vipron has pulled off 2 extremely difficult tricks when we think about how they got early Annihilator Beam with the bombless roll in, and how they got the Dark Visor with the Hat Pipe and Momentum roll. Yet, when you think about some of the more easier tricks that some players are more accustomed to, i.e. the Quarantine Monitor Dash, like it's quite interesting just to see what players are more comfortable with over what other players are more comfortable with.
So yeah, Leno has like 30 more tries, 29, 28.
The countdown now.
Unfortunately, there's no unlimited missiles in this seed.
Yeah. Well, I guess the question really comes down to, will Seekers pop up before Leno runs out of 17 missiles?
I mean, at this point, Leno probably can't get too far before MST finds the Seekers.
Yeah, I'm just expecting that Leno hits 4 missiles left when Seekers hit up.
Yeah, oh, that would be tragic. You can get drops from the pill bugs. Is MST going for this light ammo? Or is this just an easier way to get to the door? I see. Okay, yeah. Seekers are just up here. I forget if it's storage or security cave.
Yeah, I think it's cave.
But yeah, Leno's going to be getting a suit and Seekers
Oh no, storage
right here.
cave. Yeah. So where was Prime Grapple again? It was Culling Chamber, wasn't it?
Yeah, Culling Chamber.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Alti hasn't been desank like at all yet. We'll end up pretty close to that elevator once he gets out of Dark Labs here, unless he uses the Warrior's Walk to get back to early Dark Aegon.
I think they came in from Warrior's Walk, so I would expect them maybe to dip out at Labs if they're going basically full clear at this stage.
Oh, Storage Cave was a suit.
Yeah, so that was the dark suit, yeah. So Security Cave is the Seekers then? Because I think they're right next to each other.
Yep. There it is.
And Leno says, couldn't you have gotten that for me 5 minutes ago?
So
I'm pretty sure he's happy to see that.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if the hint's any good. If it lives up to the high expectations we put on it.
Is Aaron right again?
Amorphous is a missile expansion.
Alright.
Okay, Amorphous dead. That was the last hint for finding bosses, I think.
So again, you could technically argue that is still valuable information in that situation.
Oh, I agree.
Definitely.
So MSB hint coming in good. So not a single Echoes boss or major boss required outside of final bosses, but all major bosses for Prime.
Like, what haven't we seen yet between the games?
Life Grove?
And all the divergence?
I think the Cobalt's probably in Life Grove at this point, because the Life Grove tunnel is an artifact. So we've got 2 unknown checks in Life Grove itself.
We haven't seen Echo Annihilator lock checks anywhere. So Profane Path and some of the upper Sank checks.
I think we saw Profane Path. I think there was yeah, Uti did that.
Okay.
Was a PB expansion. But otherwise, I don't think Sank was yet fully explored. Especially, I have a wild idea, and that is Hive Gyro Chamber.
Ooh, yeah.
Hive Gyro Chamber. Ooh.
MST. Wait, MST hasn't done labs, right? I'm surprised
Nope.
MST's not going to labs. Right. Labs back to Ice Ruins East seems like a pretty strong play here. Or maybe MST wants to go straight for the supers and then do labs from the front.
Well, you're still climbing up this room, so they can still head into labs from here.
Well, MST made it all the way up to the top and then unfortunately fell. But it looks like he was headed for transport access.
So maybe they're going plasma processing first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's still a thing.
Oh, changed his
Oh,
mind.
no, here we go.
Right, I like this play.
Right direction. I think you've definitely been able to see a lot of the players second guess where they want to go in this seed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is a hard one to route.
Yeah. This has been a fantastic seed for us on the viewership side, but being there in the middle of that race ourselves, this would be quite a colourful one in voice.
Yep.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if both teams feel behind here with some of the progression they've found pretty late.
Yeah.
Or haven't found at all. The late bombs is just brutal, especially once they do finally get a hold of it.
I'm still surprised that Vipron is managing without bombs.
Yeah. So it looks like Vpron might be heading back that way to attempt the dash after not being successful with the vault bombless strategy, which I don't blame them for passing up on it now.
So I suspect that Lena knows that supers are on the way, given that he is standing in front of a green door with his charge beam.
I guess Leno just doesn't have anything left at this point, so he's like, yeah, I'll just wait.
So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good position. So MST is in full clear mode, has every major upgrade. Leno will have the ability to check hints and is only missing Cobalt. So Cobalt is the go mode item here.
And light
Yeah.
suit.
And light suit, sorry, yes.
We're still looking for that light suit.
So where can light suit be that's equally horrible? That or they're both just chilling in Life Grove together, like the two go mode items.
Has
Could be.
Viepron done Elder Chamber?
Vipron has not because no bombs.
Okay, yeah. So neither. So we haven't seen Elder Chamber from either side yet.
Yeah.
Um.
Now, thinking about it, right? Life Grove has a possibility of being light suit and Cobalt on the basis that when artifact or when Sky Temple keys get placed, there's a probability that light suit and Cobalt were placed at the same time. So you could technically find them right next to each other if Randovania's been kind for once.
That's not a bad thought with the multi-pickup placement. They probably are in the same sphere of the game.
We've not seen.
I hope Ulti is gonna pick up those grapple beam now.
Fingers crossed.
And
I'll come in
heading in the right
perfectly.
direction, so this should put them back on track as well. Yeah, this becomes an interesting race again.
I'm just concerned that it's still. Vipron's been in BK for 50 minutes, sucker. Like, that is a lot of time where the PhailGuys have been moving constantly. So I think it's hard to say whether they can catch back up. But this is randomizer, and weird things can happen.
Yeah, like MST has a bit of an advantage on the prime side, but Leno still has no information on where the STKs are. Although, granted, a lot of them have been picked up already.
Yeah,
because it's hard to see on the restream we're looking at, but on the SG stream it's 6 of 9. So
I wonder, Leno might be heading back to hints to be in position to just get them as soon as those supers are picked up. Don't need information about Chica Keys today.
So grapple in hand and Vipron is in mines.
Oh no! God, the bombs are just not happening. I mean, fortunately, we don't really need bombs for anything that Vipron's going to be doing.
Need it for PMT.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is really unfortunate, actually.
This is not looking bright.
Wow, both teams going to have to make 2 dips into lower mines due to missing items when they came down here.
And the thing is, like, due to a logic or a database update a few months ago, prior to, I think it was 4.2, it might have been 4.1, I can't remember, but prior to 4.x coming in, you hard required bombs to go past Central Dynamo. Logic wouldn't have taken you past it. However, there was a logic update to say that the randomizer may expect you to ignore Central Dynamo and keep going. So you could technically find bombs in, like, MQA, for example, in really bad situations. So I don't know, Vipron's like, maybe my bombs are down in Dynamo, maybe my bombs are further down here, which is a horrible thought to think.
Yep.
But we know the answer to that.
Did we actually see Chapel? Yeah, we did see that, right?
I think we've not seen Chapel of the Elders. Because last time Shy Guy was here, they done the Ice Ruins East checks and then went out. Fendrana front.
Ah, I see.
They never had Plasma Beam to check the Chozo Ice Temple. Vpron, I want to say, did not do Chozo Ice Temple. They definitely didn't do Chapel because, again, no bombs. But I don't
Yeah.
remember them doing Chozo Ice Temple.
Okay. Yeah, Leno's gonna get SDKs as well.
That says they did do Temple. It was just a missile.
I think it was just a missile.
Oh, Vpron has done a bad. We're in the
Did you?
maze without bombs. And that is essentially a soft lock. So, anybody remember when the last time Vpron saved?
I'm not sure about that.
So Leno popping in to see the last 3 remaining SDKs. This is where they'll find out it's Dark Oasis, Life Grove, Tunnel, and
Sync map.
Sank Map. I wonder if Vpron just thinks that the bombs have to be in Echoes at this stage.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just realized. Doesn't work with PBs, right?
Nope.
Yeah, thought so.
Well, that would be an
Set.
interesting database thing if we can make the puddles power bomb weaken, I guess. Because there's little things like the rubble that prevents you access to Flagra would be really interesting to change to being bomb and power bomb weak. So it would allow more routing oddities. Then again, I guess going in the front, you still need bombs technically for the bomb slot because of the way it triggers. So yeah, I wouldn't really do anything.
Yep.
But yeah, it seems Infinite Speed Squad are definitely having quite a rough ride of this seed.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that one of the few checks that Vpron actually just recently got is the one. Yeah, Vpron will have to reset out of here before too long, hopefully.
My problem is I can't remember when Vpron last saved, so there's the quit.
Yeah, let's see where their last save was.
Is it actually possible that there's a pattern where you don't need to bomb in the maze?
The maze, as far as I'm aware, the maze will... I don't think it always routes to puddles, but I think it will always route a puddle. But I may be wrong. So bombs are always technically hard required on the mazes that are implemented by Retro. Because I think the weird thing is that when Retro designed the mazes, they basically, rather than creating a random number generator, they specifically created it so that their algorithm created 2 puddles, and whatever their excess was, that's what they put in the game. So it basically selects from a collection of mazes rather than being a random number generator for a maze. Or something to that effect. So I think Toaster at one point had considered looking into making something more random for mazes, and then Toaster more strayed towards making the deterministic seed-based maze instead, which was more fair for kind of racing purposes.
Oh, we're gonna see Sank entrance.
Sank entrance at this time? 2 hours, 4 minutes.
Yep.
Leno can actually continue all the way into Sank for more cleanup with the now having Echo and Annihilator.
Oh, light suit on Sank entrance would be disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, either light suit or cobalt is pretty bad there. But yeah, that's the logic now. I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember.
guess it is dark. Yeah, it is a
where was-
curated list of possible seeds, but technically, I guess at that point, it's not. I guess that's splitting hairs, but it's not random at that stage, or true random, as I guess I would call it. But you're right.
Where was Emerald again? I forgot.
It was
Gathering
in
Hall.
Gathering Hall with
Oh
the Emerald
yeah,
Trophy.
right. Yeah, that stupid spot.
I cannot believe with the number of checks we have done across both games that we are still go -2, let alone go -1.
Yeah,
This is a pretty long winding seed here.
it definitely feels like it definitely feels that Randovania for round one was like, let's have some fun, let's have some interesting seeds, but was not too evil to the runners. Whereas round two, Randovania's definitely stepped up its game
Yep.
because the last few seeds have been terrible for players.
Indeed.
So yeah, what does MST still have left? So we have Life Grove. This check here has to go back for MQB. And
That was a
Chamber?
very purple Metroid.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of these days, I want to set up a photo album with all the different coloured Metroids I can find.
Prime main PBs were in Reactor Core in sync, so they've been in Logic for a decent chunk of time.
Yep. Indeed. Alright, sync entrance. Oh, I think that was
Didn't see that, yeah.
no, it doesn't seem like
It looks like an E-tank, I think.
Yeah, I think it was an E-tank then. Yep.
Like a... Oh, come on, Asta. That's a good one. So what you're saying is that we should have Prime randomize where the central dynamo maze is. Like the only room to be room randled. Everything else is exactly the same, but you might just randomly stumble into maze.
I forgot how those ink smashers are called. They have names.
I think.
They have names?
Yep, they have names.
Even like internally in Echo's files.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
Twist and Catsby, right? Thanks, Aaron.
Wisp and Catsby, that is actually super cool.
Twisp. Oh, okay.
Right, so Shy Guy heading back through Omega Pirate's room after picking up not the MQB artifact. I don't see it being updated on Leno's side.
It was an artifact in MQB. I think.
Yeah,
I heard the artifact sound effect not that long ago. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it an artifact, not an STK? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they've picked up. I'm looking at the Leno's tracker and saying nothing's changed.
Oh yeah.
I'm just confusing myself.
Oh, Ulti, what are you doing? Oh no. I don't like to see that.
Oh,
Wait, which room is that? Is that
Oh, that's
that
down.
Dynamo Works?
Are we doing Rorschach like puzzles here?
I don't know where that.
Oh no, is this Sank energy controller? He might have fallen.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's Sync
Or
Energy. I actually don't know which room that is from that far below.
Yeah, I think he fell in Sank Temple access. Or energy controller access.
Yeah, I think it's
Vtron,
controller.
head to Thardis. Go get your bombs, please. This is your third pass through. You can do it. Just believe in yourself. Believe in the grapple that believes in you.
So the
believe in the grapple that you normally don't believe in.
the box for the energy controller extends really far down, and it overlaps with the energy controller access box. So you need to do like a scan dash into energy controller access to escape the energy controller box, or you're gonna fall. Yeah, I think he was trying to do a wall crawl past the Cobalt Gate to go to Spider Guardian and or Cannibal.
So Shy Guy is heading to the front of mine, so we're going
I mean,
to be
this-
seeing our life growth checks soon.
I mean, this has to be a reset for multi. This takes, I think, on the order of, well, on the order of a long time to get back up.
Depending
Yeah.
how clean his ether jumps are. Oh, and Leno's checking Hive Gyro. Let's see if I'm right again. Nope.
Right, so I don't think Shy Guy has much left available in their seed to check. I think it's just Life Grove and Elder Chamber.
So, do we think that Lightsuit and Cobalt are actually in Life Grove? That would be so hilarious.
There is a probability that that can happen based on the multi-pickup placement. Whether it does, it's hard to say, but I think we're getting to the stage where there's not a whole lot left in the seed to see.
Yep, I think Leno only has like Annihilator checks left. Depending where Cobalt is, Spider Guardian shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
Because like Spider Guardian can only have Light Suit, but if Light Suit is somewhere
was a life
else,
support system, wasn't it?
oh yeah, true.
Ooh.
But it is Cobalt locked, so we have to find Cobalt first. But if we find Light Suit first, then
Yes,
Cobalt
Spider's
cannot
dead.
be there.
Correct.
Yeah. Because thinking on the checks that Shy Guy has left is basically the 3 checks of Life Grove, which we know one is an STK. We still have an artifact and tree to pick up, but we know what that is. And I don't think outside of Elder Chamber there is anything left to be collected. Because we've seen
Yep.
all of Magmoor, they've done all of Mines at this stage, I'm pretty sure they've done all of Fen at this stage, so unless there's something I've missed, I think Shy Guy is almost done.
Yeah, I think it's just this in Elder Chamber that Shy Guy has to do, and then he can just beat the game confident that Leno must have anything that's not been found.
Oh, is it
Oh,
Cobalt?
is this Cobalt?
It's Cobalt!
Right. 50-50,
Oh my gosh.
is this the light suit coming up?
Oh, I would check Hive Dynamo here before Harry. I would be very tempted by that.
If I was Leno, I would wait.
That hint.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
an expansion.
Satch. No, now I would definitely go for Spider Guardian. Because Cobalt was first. But hey, maybe... I think Leonard saved, so you can just
with
peek
the
the
save,
item.
this is a pretty quick check. Just still
Have
does take a little bit of time to reload the game, even if you don't finish the fight.
Have we had a required area yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
And that's a reset out. I think it was just like ammo or something up there.
I think we only saw a casual race, CGC race within an required area.
Yeah. E-Tank for Prime 1, yeah, that's what I thought. At least you know it's not your suit because you would see the particle effects and all sorts like spouting at the
Yeah.
top. Wait, Vpron still hasn't gone back for the Kumon check.
Yep.
Oh dear. This is definitely a rough rider.
People gonna be so mad when he finds out where bombs are.
Yeah. Because it has been, as far as I'm aware at this stage, 1 hour and 10 minutes since roughly they failed that scan dash and put themselves into BK.
Actually,
Well-
Leno could just check cobalt hints now, because there should be a guaranteed hint.
Are both suits guaranteed hinted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
if they are in your game, of course, then yes.
Yeah.
But if they are not in your game, then you won't get any hint.
So 1 coming up. Emerald Translate on Torvis Bog, love to see it.
No, Alti did the Aether jump up quite high here. Might be able to fix this.
I hate this Annihilator Echo Door because you always end up locking onto the stupid quads when you try to go for the third.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider. Spider.
Yep, it's Spider Guardian.
Yep, I like this play.
Spider.
I mean, at this point, it's
Not much else to do,
logical,
is there?
and there's nothing else. And I don't know, since when was life growth logic?
So PBs were in main reactor, and they've had ice. I think this has actually been in logic for quite a while.
Yeah.
I can't say as to exactly when, but I think Sanctuary's been open from a very early point, with the fact that we saw Spider, Echo's power bombs, like basically within the first 5 minutes, and then once Darkbeam became available, this has been in logic. So the TARDIS, I think.
This is, yeah, Viewfront's trying something interesting here, trying to go for a jump and morph onto the spider track rather than going for the dash here in MQA. Doesn't seem to be having
What
much
are you
luck with it,
doing?
though.
I don't like what OG is doing. It's so scary. Oh no. Oh god.
I mean, from here, as long as he just kind of falls towards Sank Temple, he should get to the prox load in time.
Now, did we see Elder Chamber and I just wasn't paying
It'll look
attention?
better.
And has Shy Guy exhausted their seed at this stage?
Shy Guy checked
I
Lower
don't know.
Chamber.
Cool. So I think Shy Guy is essentially done then.
I believe so too.
Looking at the tracker, it's actually kind of hard to see how many artifacts they have. It's very pixelated. It could be a 9, so I think Shy Guy might literally just be gunning it to Artifact Temple. That guy has 9, Vapron has 4, yeah. So yeah, I think... Let's...
And
All
so
of
what's
Chosen's-
Leno? Leno's missing Sank Map and Dark Oasis, I presume?
Yeah, so that lights
Yeah.
it.
Okay, Leno, you finally got the transition. Okay.
What does Leno have left then when it comes to Sank here?
There it is.
Oh,
Light
light suit
suit.
on Spider Guardian.
Oh, wow. Right, that's go
Okay.
mode.
Let's go for the
Yep.
PhailGuys, who are in pretty good position to take this match here now.
Yep.
So Spider Garden was logically double required because the STK was right behind it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this has been one doozy of a seed.
Oh,
Oh, we're Fortress Path also is a bad box.
Ulti is...
Wall crawling and sync is a joy.
I think Ulti didn't do this before.
I wonder if it's a case that Ulti hasn't saved in a long time, so they're forced to do this. I just can't think as to why they're putting themselves through this.
Yeah.
Well, it's only going to be circa 10 minutes before Vapron gets the bad news of where Bombs is.
You don't need boost to do that. That's so cool, actually.
I have never seen that done. That is really interesting.
Boostless wall boost. Vapron inventing new tricks here.
Like, I don't think
the wall boost strat in MQA without boost.
So Vapron really like pulling out a bunch of swag tricks here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is gutting because the one trick that would have made the entire seed for them, like, basically tripped them up. Flammenwerfer number 2. Or Flammenwerfer.
Flammenwerfer.
Werfer. Yep.
Werfer. Yep. That's...
Flammenwerfer.
You're getting
I'm
better.
probably going to butcher that. I think it's such an unusual rolling of the tongue that the Scots don't do. Because, like, German and Russian is quite a unique language when it comes to, like, the Scottish tone or the Scottish tongue. So we can pick it up a little easier than some other languages. I'll get better. Zeno, I think the answer to that is they're not going to be doing PMT. I very much doubt that they'll do early newborn, but can't do Humon Dash. And I don't mean that in any kind of, like, cheeky regard. Actually, yeah, they can't even do PMT. You've got no boost to make it across, so yeah, this is just big bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they are
Oh,
stuck here.
right.
Luckily realizing this before being trapped.
A guy making it up the dentist's office without any issue. Decided to casually powerbomb Jack and Jill just as a precaution. Definitely something I would do at the dentist's office.
Prime Boost was in Echo's training chamber in Lower Torgus.
Alright. Here goes the Metroid Prime fight. Exo. No Exo skip here.
Time for some crab rave. Get your claws in the air and wave them about, folks.
It's actually a smart use of the ammo station there from Lenifus. We'll have full power bombs for the Emperor 2 fight.
Yep.
That would not have occurred to me.
So Ulti, after what, 15 minutes of being stuck in bad boxes, has finally took the reset. Might
Yeah,
be longer, actually.
I still believe Vipron thinks that his bombs are in Ulti's game.
Yeah. Throw flips from Samus there and going into Subchamber 2. Love to see it. I would have loved it if Samus done a pirouette in the final Subchamber. So you'll get like somersault, 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 and then a nice wee pirouette, just to kind of add a little flair. Then again, I guess she's too used to screw attack, and that's just constant somersaulting. She's probably got used to the vertigo at that point. So Leno on their way to Sky Temple. They picked up the last 2 remaining keys pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, I've read it pretty nice with the last one being at Sank, and then the Aegon one being very close to the Sank to Aegon elevator.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. Still, it's quite surprising to see the race time has not had a single piece of communication since all of this started.
It's a weird way to do that puzzle. Yeah, but at this point, I'm pretty sure PhailGuys is gonna make this.
Yeah, it's a lot of cleanup. Even if Viapron was able to telekinetically summon bombs to his location, there's a decent amount of cleanup left in both of their seeds.
Yep.
Yeah. So, weird question for you, right? While it's popped into my head, would you rather fight one exo-sized Metroid or a bunch of Metroid-sized exos?
I think it would be very hard to hit the Metroid-sized exos in their weak spots. So I'm going to take the very large Metroid.
Probably the same. Yeah, I think Shy Guy and Leno will be done pretty close to each other.
Yeah. Which just goes to show how quickly Echo's bosses go down in comparison to Exo.
Yep. Oh, unfortunate Inglet.
You know, it looks like Vpron is warping out. I wonder if they've had any thoughts on their end, if they're just gonna...
And Leno's getting trolled by that Inglet.
Right, so that is our Exo, our crab dealt with. So we're moving on to dish number 2, some calamari.
Yeah, if Leto can pull off the Tass Emperor 3 strat again, I will be very impressed. Not today.
What was it? What happened last time?
Leno killed Emperor 3 in like 2 seconds.
Was it purely by accident, or?
Probably slightly by accident, but yeah, it's like the strat that Taz uses.
Ah.
Like a single screw attack, basically.
Yeah, it like baits the jump from Emperor, but then screws attack such that like it's
Hit 3 different ankles or something.
It was wild. Definitely recommend checking out the end of that VOD. I have not seen that before.
One thing I do like, Emperor is kind of a bad boss, right? But I do love just bonking off of Emperor and going flying across the room. It's so funny to watch.
I was always thinking that you can maybe end up getting out of bounds in that room if you get like a really weird bounce on Emperor 3. But I think
in the final boss for no real reason.
yeah. So, but then again, I think it's a pretty solid room. I think no one found something like that.
Getting some nice pull cancels here.
Steve doing a good job here.
And that's GG for Shy Guy.
Yeah, so an official race time of 2 hours, 29 minutes and 33 seconds.
And Leno's gonna be close by.
Yeah.
See if he's going for the screw tech strat. Oh, he bonked.
So the only mission, the only thing that you
Well,
want
that
to
was a good screw
successfully do
tech.
here is not get centered.
Yep, and centered. Unfortunate. But the screw tech was really good, so it doesn't lose that much time.
So unfortunately, big centered by our. I don't even. Can you even call Dark Samus a friend, right? She's just like a misunderstood individual.
Oh
Has
my god.
Dark Samus actively tried to be a bully to you?
Are they actually just finishing when Vipron is next to the quantum
That's
monitor again?
unfortunate.
Yeah. But Leno has finished up with an official racetime.gg of 2 hours 30 minutes and 51 seconds. So some conversation happening in the race time now that we have our winners.
Yeah.
We have a runner.
Hey, runner.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Leno.
Hello. GG's.
GG's.
That was a seed.
That was a tough one.
Leno, I want you to know that Vipron is gonna pick up bombs right now.
Prime bombs or Echoes bombs?
Prime bombs.
Prime bombs.
Oh, he was asking
Just
about
now.
that. He was asking about that in the race time chat. Like, oh, they were in quarantine monitor, weren't they? I'm like, I don't remember where they were. I'm the Echoes player.
Yeah. It was a very rough seed for the Infinite Speed Squad side of things. With Vpron went for the Qmon scan dash and missed it,
Okay.
and then never came back because of no grapple for quite a long time.
Oh, and that was in culling chamber too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh.
and unfortunately, once the grapple came through, they prioritized a few other checks, and it's just
Downhill from there.
yeah.
I mean, this seed. I mean, if you saw where all the progression was, this.
Yep.
It feels like this was a sub 2 hour seed. Like if you just, according to what MST was telling me, like okay, Fendrana is just loaded. If you like clear out Fendrana after Thardus, we're done sub 2. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that the interesting part about the overall race was that both teams took very distinctive divergences, but were never punished in a sense that both teams were finding like items that the other team didn't have, so there was always something to get. But I think that the Fen having so much to offer but being done segmented probably hindered both sides to a degree regarding that getting that kind of sub 2 hour kind of piece. The one thing that Vpron did, which MST didn't do, Shagai didn't do, was they dipped into PPC, found the plasma, and then headed back out.
Okay.
Whereas when Shagai went in to do Thardus, they just went straight through Thardus out the front of Fen. So obviously had to double back much later round the game to get your super missiles, for example.
Yep. I mean, we knew where they were. It was just a matter of where's the plasma beam. I know where it wasn't gonna be, but we're just keeping an eye out for it.
Yeah, Uti and Vipron also forfeited.
Yep, so we'll see if we can get them into the interview as well.
Do you know if Shy Guy's joining us or if they're nipping?
He's not going to.
Yep, I see
Okay.
him in chat now.
Ah, yes.
Welcome, GG's.
Let's give it a
But
second.
no, this has definitely been a rough seat.
We're joined by Vipron and Uti, I guess.
Hello there.
Hello. Vipron,
Vipron.
I'm so sorry for you.
I have one question. Were Ulti and I in the lead? Like at some
Ye-
point.
If you had picked up those bombs, like as you had Dark Beam, then probably yes.
The thing
So
is, I tried to
You've
get to monitor quality monitor with the dash before I fought Fortis from the back, and then I just straight up forgot that like I still need to check that item, and then I like in my head the location was checked, and I was like, where are bombs, please?
yeah,
you
I
had
wasn't too sure if you were maybe uncomfortable with the dash. That's why you weren't returning to it
No,
and
no,
were waiting for the grapple beam, or if it was just the case as you said you'd maybe checked it off mentally. But
no, yeah. I did this dash a million times. I completely, I just mentally thought I checked it. Like, I was super happy to see that Fordos had something that was probably getting like the happiness of Fording not having just a missile was overwhelming, and then I completely forgot about checking quarantine monitor.
yeah, I think it was like. Well, your kind of initial question, were you in the leads? It's kind of hard to say whether you were in the leads directly, but when you entered into the Thardus fight, you were behind a little bit on entering the Thardus fight. The Shy Guy had gone in before, a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes before. The difference, though, when you went in is you had plasma. So if you had picked up the bombs at that point in time, having gone in with plasma, you maybe have routed the super missiles earlier. So the overall possible outcome could have maybe put you in the lead in the sense, if that makes any sense. But just missing,
Yeah.
obviously, the
I see.
bombs.
Yeah.
you
I
also
see.
picked up the Dark Suit and the Seekers way earlier than the others.
But, for example, X-Ray came up a lot earlier for uh, Shy Guy and Leno, for example. So, like, this series is a very interesting one to look back on because the amount of divergence from both sides was quite significant, and both teams were finding items that the other teams didn't have. And it just, I think, literally unraveled at that bombs placement.
Well,
I got
I need to give shoutouts to Fortis for rolling in place in my fight. That was quite funny.
But no, I think one thing definitely what I give shout outs to. Shout outs to the early Annihilator beam doing
Yes,
that bombless. That was
the first time my stupid strategy actually got useful in a race.
and then shout outs to the Dark Visor from the half pipe momentum trick.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was very cool too.
So with the early
I
BK, that was
the
quite
thing
impressive.
the thing with the halfpipe dark visor, I remember sawing the strategy for I have never done it. It was the first time that I did the halfpipe trick ever. I was just like I was BK, it was like I can just also just try to do that. And then I
Yeah.
tried Vault and I suffered.
Yeah, that one didn't go so well either.
The only thing that really upset me with this seed was, okay, let's do the Sparta Guardian skip anyway. Oops, he's still required.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got a bit of a giggle out of that one. Yeah,
I still had two life support system hints to fall back on if it wasn't Sparta Guardian, and one of them was right behind him in Hive Dynamo.
yeah.
Oh, that was upsetting.
Yeah, but like I think overall the logic for this seed was pretty rude because the Echo's missile launcher I think was quite far out logically as well. So that was a bit of a rude one, but the definitely the item placement for this one and what was expected was kind of just overall rude. Obviously makes a good race for us on the viewer side, but for like yourselves in the actual race yourselves, like Leno and MST in chat, like how did you how did it feel for yourselves going through it? Like, what was your communication throughout this seed when you were trying to unravel what this logic was doing?
Well, I mean, early game, I felt like the routing on both sides was pretty good. Early BK on his side, early BK on my side, but I still had a couple things to do. And then there was the big BK session where I checked the last couple things with Dark Beam and Sanctuary, and then just beelined it for Lower Torvis, just bypassing supers. Um, the item placement in Far Fendrana, like just Fendrana in general, is a little feels bad. But overall, I feel like we did pretty good. I feel like we did pretty good with this one.
Yeah.
I
You know,
think
you can
I
always look
think
back and say routing. That's
Yeah.
hindsight 2020. But I feel like for what the seed gave us, I felt pretty comfortable with this today.
I have to say, early game routing was like, well, yeah, it was early game routing. Um, I had like two hiccups with like there were two item locations that were logic. That would be cargo and was it lava pool in Magmar? The one item that you
Lava Lake?
lava lake,
That
yes.
one, yeah.
Yeah, those two items are like I had to do a detour to get there, but like both of those were in logic, and I was scared that something important was there. So I did those two things before I went to Farfendrana.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Farfendrana, like I was like, yeah, I did Farfendrana first, and then like
Yeah.
to
We
Fardus and
actually
did mines. Like that was
we
like
were kind of on the edge of our seat actually, because like one of the things that kind of cropped up was when MST Shy Guy went in to do Thardis, UV Prawn were actually doing your dive into Frigate, and both checks essentially opened up at exactly the same time. And it was one of those interesting divergences that essentially said that whoever makes the right choice out of this was going to kind of like snowball on a little ahead as well, which was quite interesting because that's one of the things to look back on in this race is there was a lot of that, like both sides going on the prime side going separate directions. Echoes was wildly divergent from each other as well. That's one thing, but I'll let maybe Baha or Sestrian kind of comment on that. But from the prime side, both players taking two different paths for chunks of the game, finding things from both chunks of the game, and not necessarily getting punished, which was surprisingly good.
one decision I'm really happy with was before I went to Fendrana, I checked upon mines and got the plasma beam. It was like, well, at least I don't need to fight Fortis without plasma beam.
Mm.
And what else was early in like mines? Wait, it was plasma beam, and after that was Echo Visor. Yeah,
Echo.
Echo.
Echo. Yeah,
Echo, yeah.
was pretty happy with that decision. But then everything went downhill, and I forgot Quarantine Monitor.
On the Echo
Like,
side, I think there wasn't much. I think Ulti did a bit too much out of bounds, I think. For some checks, I wasn't sure was a good decision, but like I think Ulti did like out of bounds for Crossroads. I didn't understood the thought behind that.
I mean,
Um,
at this point, we were really desperate to just get bombs from me.
Hmm.
Mm.
We tried everything, and Ulti suffered through those out of bounds just because I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
it can always happen.
I guess I can kind of understand that in the sense that if you had mentally checked off that you had done QMon, then I guess the two of you working together, racking your brain, trying to figure out is what have we missed, what is still to be done, where can bombs be? Because it definitely looked like a point where both of you as a team maybe have came to the conclusion that it had to be an Echoes,
Yeah,
just because of
we
that mental
really
check off.
yeah, we've really thought it would be an Echoes. Like I was like, we like I mean you saw it. I tried to get into lower mines without either boosts or bombs. I was like, maybe logic is like super messed up and wants me to go down there, but no, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, the logic was pretty messed up, but you're not wrong.
So technically, you can have bombs beyond saying Dynamo, but I think it's as far as MQA. So logically, you could have had your bombs in that horrible location. Now, I do want to say shout outs to that boostless strategy getting the MQA spider track, Vpron. That was kind of cool. I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah. I also have never did that. I never did that. I just like improvised. I was like,
I don't think I've ever seen that. So I think a lot of us in the chat were like, you can do that. So
Yeah.
props to that.
Yeah, I was like, well, uh, yeah, like I didn't have anything else to do, and I was like, yeah, there's probably a way to like ram into the wall to get a little bit of height to snatch on that spider trick. Yeah, that's like what I love about Prime. You can be extremely creative with the game and the engine and the physics. It is like the thing I love about this game.
Right, so we have a race starting on this Speed Gaming channel momentarily, so we'll probably look to wrap things up. So jumping over to MST and Leno, any final thoughts from yourselves?
Alti, Vaporeon, good luck next week. I know you'll pull one out, regardless of who you're up against. I believe in you. As
Thank
for
you.
us, I have no idea who we're going to be up next week. We're just going to play our game, and we're going to go from there.
Well, and yeah, what do I want to say as a last word? Actually haven't anything. I'm gonna give a shout out to the European Rivals of Ether community. That's all I have to say. No, wait. Shout outs to Fardus for rolling in place. That was the moment in the entire race for me.
Shout outs to Team Green versus Team Orange and German Galaxy for commentating this one
Oh,
today.
Yep.
Yeah, we almost
Some,
did actually have the full crew for that.
some cooperation prior to our competition this Sunday.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
gonna be good.
Baha's firing off the follow the runners, follow the commentary kind of links into the chat. So yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today as part of the race, make sure you follow all 4 of our runners: Guy/MST, Lenophis, Alti Naruto, and Vipron. Follow my co-commentators Baha and Cestrian.
Yeah, make sure to give TGC a follow as well.
Yeah,
And
and
we've
you'll
got our
see us
Discord link there too. If you want to check out the randomizer, it's a good time.
Yep. And you'll see us 3 again in 2 days for our race, along with Cosmonaut, who will be joining Cestrian on the opposing side, Shake's Fist.
And yeah,
With
once
some
again.
good.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I would really recommend to watch this seed, this race, especially maybe rewatching it on Vipron and Leno's side, maybe. And yeah, that's all I have to add with it.
So yeah, stay tuned. We've got a race coming up with THK and Reed Whaley taking on Red and Nye the Bath on this channel in just a few minutes. We got some good comms lined up, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, I think we will see you next mission.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
see ya.